Oh yeah. Okay, gentlemen. Last time we finished that you had basically got started. You called in you'd been given the job of finding out why this as yet of at that time unnamed village had not had any sort of reports coming in for a wee while. And so your job was sent out to find out a bit about them. So the village that you are actually heading towards is a village called Nishka, Nishka. The first one that you passed is Kilead, Kilead. You should have in the Dropbox the calendar. So if you want to start printing one off, you can. The year is 7014 AE. Yep. So, when we last finished, you were. Oh, it'd be good if I shared the actual. Screen with you.
We were about to be encountered by something.
Woo! You were indeed. Okay, so you were, if I can put my mouse down in here, in this area, hang on, let's go down here, in this area, still moving in. You had another, that was your second day, wasn't it? You stopped at midday, so you would have been about here in the valley, about a day and a half to 2 days away from your actual location. And the marching order was such that I'm trying to remember.
Aha, well thankfully some of us have it written down.
Convenient.
So it was Abdar and Groog.
Yeah.
Tinquil and Magi in the second rank, and then this what were the last? Brynjar and
Ninsun.
Ninsa.
Sun.
Yeah.
Okay, so just give me a second.
Is Abdar front right or front left?
Front left.
Front left.
Front left, okay.
Yep. So, whoa, very close. 40 yards away, up the a small incline. So not exactly 40 yards away, but basically in that like triangular longest length of sort of a triangle.
Yep.
Is how many of these things are there? Crazy. 3 of them. You see off to and slightly up the hill 3 bluish coloured brutish looking creatures are standing at around about 6.5 feet tall. And Abdar and Nissan and Magi, you 3 can roll to see if you correctly understand what it is you're seeing. So that's
cool.
A roll of, going old school, a roll of 4d6, and you've got to get your intelligence or less on 4d6.
She does. She makes promises.
It's looking good, Simba, so far.
What's that? That makes grand total. I have an intelligence of 9, alas.
12.
7, 8, 9, you just got it.
I rolled a 12. 3, 4,
12?
1, and 4.
Yeah, and your
And
intelligence
my
is...
intellect is like 15 or something.
Okay, sweet. And Abdar?
My intelligence is 9. Oh, there's no way. 4, 9, 12. I got a
Okay.
12.
So Abdar is totally unaware of the danger he's in. Nissan and Magi, you recognize these creatures as blue trolls.
As what?
Blue trolls.
I see.
Do we know anything like what that entails?
Yes. Yes,
Thank
you
God
do.
they're not red.
They're not that dangerous coming to melee. They do have as in just attack, but they do have an unusual attack in that they drain energy, which can be quite dangerous, and they are reputed to have a regenerative capacity.
Are they bipeds?
Sorry, say again?
How are they coming forward, on all fours or on foot?
I see. I'll just see what their reaction is. They are... Gosh, come on. Oh dear. Okay. They're attacking. They're running down the hill at you. So
Right,
they'll basically be charging the front.
They're bipedal. Is what
They are
you-
indeed. So they crash into Abdar. They get a +2 to hit, -2 to their AC.
Oh, wow.
So Abdar,
Yes.
they... Yeah, just want to see if they hit you. What's your AC?
I only had leather armor. It's 8.
Okay, one of them whacks into you. They're not interested in doing the claw bite routine. He's just grabbing hold of you. And Grug, unfortunately, a 6. 6 plus... Grug's got a natural armor class of 8, doesn't he? And he's wearing
Correct.
something. And he... Yeah, so 8. So, boom. Just manages to miss Grug. Okay, Abdar, you
Yes.
get hit with 1 point of damage, just from an off-the-cuff, a clawish attack to you.
If I'm 5'10", about what is the size of the thing attacking me?
About 6.5 foot.
Shit. Okay.
Not as big as traditional trolls, but these ones don't have to worry about that. These trolls are more have much more of a smooth sort of appearance, and they have more of a bestial sort of appearance, and they have a bluish tinge to their skin. That's about it, really. That's all I can tell you at the moment. So
I
we'll
suppose
go-
I would be, if I recognised stuff, and judging by the amount of weird-looking people in my party, I'd telling everyone. Am I pretty scared? Like, would I be scared?
Well, it's up to you. You've heard the reputation of these things. That either you sort of, well, I don't know. As a priest, what would you consider? Running as quick as you can to get clear, or getting them attacked quickly so you don't have to worry about whatever happens? You, really? It's
Well,
the one
I'll be.
doesn't the other.
Oh, I don't really know. I don't really know. I have an idea of how scary they are.
6.5 feet tall. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, they're
Actually,
pretty
there's
scary,
a
aren't they?
third one that's actually I've got it assigned to. So that's going to come in at. So 1, 2, 3. It's either at Magi or 4, 5, 6 at Bryn. 4. Bryn, looks like, what's your AC, matey?
My AC is 6.
Manages to miss you.
I look down at the troll.
Uh-huh. So, Finbar, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Sam, what are you doing?
I would be I'm getting out my shield and I've got all my gear equipped, and I'm running forward, and at the same time just yelling to everyone that, well, just describing what I know about these dudes,
Okay.
and that I imagine that they're pretty scary.
Okay.
But I don't.
But you don't want to find out how scary.
Well, no, I'm running at them. I'm running at them.
Of course. Okay, guys. So, initiative. Any spellcasting taking place?
Not from me.
No.
No.
Okay. So then we'll just go into highest one first, and how we do this one is similar to the Swords and Wizardry. That's missile fire, movement. The other side get missile fire movement if they need to. Then it goes down to spellcasting and melee, and then the other side gets spellcasting and melee. So, D6, since your character sort of has some awareness,
Alright.
a 3.
Oh, wait.
Two doesn't quite beat a 3. Okay, rightio. Well, they're there, so they don't have to move, and they're definitely not doing any missile fire. Okay, so they are basically all they're going to be using their movement to ensure that you guys basically can't get an obvious advantage from the back. You might be able to do a side sort of attack, but not a back attack as such. And they will be staying on the people that they have got in front of them. So you guys, missile fire or movement?
No, I got missile fire.
Well,
I'm gonna throw a dagger at one of them.
Who do you want to throw it at? Do you want to throw it at Krug's one, Abdar's one, or Bryn's one?
Who's the most interesting looking person?
I don't know. Who do you think is the most interesting looking person?
Oh, let me think. A human, another human, and a
no.
monkey thing,
A
right?
half giant, a giant monkey, and a human.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna help the giant monkey. He looks far more
Okay.
interesting than the larger than usual human and the
Okay,
human.
Matty. Cool. So your
I mean, not
range
to be rude or
be
anything, but that's
all
my
of about-
character.
Yep, 15 feet at the most. So we'll say range is 15 feet at the moment.
Alright.
And
Okay.
you have no possibility of hitting anyone because no one's engaged in melee yet. Well, he
Alright.
is. Anyway,
So-
it's only Abdar that's been engaged in melee.
Hang on, why is my range 1, 2, 3?
Because that's
That
what
mean
it
I can
is.
only-
10
Can I
10
only
yards,
throw it 3
yards, 10
feet?
yards.
Alright,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 10 feet inside, 10 yards outside.
Oh, okay, so if I were to throw it at 15, it'd be...
Well, it's only 15 feet.
Yeah, we're talking yards outdoors, feet indoors.
Oh,
So-
okay, then I'm going to just lob a dagger, and that is a 1d20.
Yep.
Plus plus dex, or... No,
Plus
actually, I
dex.
don't have-
Yep.
If you have a deck modifier,
I think you need a 16 to get a +1 to missile fire dex.
correct.
Yeah, then don't worry about that one. I rolled an 18.
And I still don't get to add adjustments.
Sorry, how much did you roll?
An 18.
That hits damage, please.
It's a 1d4.
And do you have any strength bonus at all?
No.
No? Okay.
And that is a 4.
Okay, 4 points of damage. Thank you. And that's on...
And I'll pull out my next dagger.
Krug. Okay.
You know you can throw 2 daggers around, right?
Yeah, but if I throw 2 daggers, then I'll only have 1 dagger left. What are the chances of me being able to hit twice?
Okay, guys, they get to do their melee and spellcasting. No, I'm spellcasting. So, this is where the nasty stuff happens. So, I'm going to do Abdar first. A 20. A 1 and a 2. Okay, so Abdar, you take 4 points of damage. You need to now roll a critical saving throw. This is just with your con. So it's a save versus. I think I said it is. You just should have one number to save on.
I'm looking at my sheet. I don't actually see it. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place.
That's okay. Because
It should
Aren't
be
the numbers
okay.
in the DMG, Steve?
No, that's I shortened it all down to one number.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, I probably haven't given you guys a saving throw number.
You gave me one, it's 13.
Yeah, so I must have given the others, but I've got
I'm
them.
fairly certain you gave them out, but
Yep.
I don't know
Okay,
mine.
so fighters at first level have a 16. Priests, all priest class have a 14, and all magic users have a 13.
So I count as a 14, don't I, as a monk?
Wait,
Yep.
what was that? Sorry, Steve?
For all fighters have a 16, all priest classes have a 14, and all magic users a 13.
The big
So,
question.
am I a
Paladin
priest?
The priest or
Yep.
a fighter?
Okay. Despite
A
being
fighter
full.
is a fighter, a priest, a monk, or a paladin is a priest.
do you want me to pull up the stats? The things?
So cool. So,
Well, no, I was
Abdar,
just wondering if being fallen changed me into a fighter.
16
I
plus
suppose
any
your
con bonus.
stuff wouldn't change.
My con adjustment is 2.
Plus 2? Okay, so you need a 14 or more.
What die? 20?
D20, yep, standard saving throw.
Okay, stand by.
Yep.
17. 1-7.
Cool. Okay, so basically what this means is, although you take a crit hit, it does not affect your ability to heal at night. If you'd failed that, you would have only got small amounts of healing until you made a successful saving throw. That's how the crit works in this game.
Okay.
Okay, you get max damage and you have a chance of not being able to heal from it very well, very quickly.
My
Okie
operational
dokie.
question is, my problem is I don't know how to, operationally, I don't know how to switch from the short bow that I was carrying to immediately being grappled to going either for my hand axe or a longsword. That's all I've got. I don't have a short weapon.
Okay, well, you just drop the short bow and hope no one breaks it, and just grab your axe and hack away,
Okay.
basically. So
hasn't-
the other thing is, oh no, I didn't hit you with both hands, so I can't yet. Okay, rightio. That's Abdar done. Groog. Oh, Groog gets.
I believe Groog has a shield, but
Yep. I'm just trying to roll. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Groog. 18. One hand hits. One claw hits, doing the grand total of 4 points of damage to him.
how many is that so far? Just a total of
4. Yep. So Abdar's taken 5. Groog has taken 4. And then we go to Brynja, as the creatures manage to miss you, completely miss you, and hit you with a critical. Save and throw, matey.
Cool. You're going to have to
You've got a
roll with
con.
my dice. My
Okay.
con's 12.
12. Okay, so you basically
So save is 14.
and you get a 12. Okay, you
Cool.
take 4 points of damage, and you can't do any big healing until you save. You only get 1 save a day.
Cool.
Oh, so you have to roll over it.
Yep.
Yep.
I've
I
just-
always forget that with the early editions, that it's over, not under.
Okay, so basically Gruger's had a big huge chunk taken out of him, but he seems to be recovering, whereas Brynja's had a big chunk taken out of him, and he's not doing terribly well with that. That's all their attacks, gentlemen.
Mhm.
I
You
guess you
get
could start
to
off,
do
Alan.
your stuff with melee.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attempt to do what I do best and claw the living crap out of this.
hmm
Which
Which one are you going for?
The one that's on Abdar in front of me.
Okay.
Now, obviously, mine don't show up. I would hit an armor class, dear God, of 4.
Okay, that's a hit.
Now, for me, it's 1d3 plus 1d4 because of my natural weaponry, isn't it?
Yep. So 2 to 7 is your range.
3 and 2, so that is 5.
5. Okay, rightio. Rightio. You want to do Groog as well?
Might as well. Groog takes a swing, and Groog, without knowing any bonuses about him, would hit an AC of
He's spec'd.
6.
Okay, he's spec'd and he has a you know, I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
find
spec
it.
gives him +1, does it?
Yes, and I've just got to see what his strength is to give him. Sorry, I'm just about there. Groog. Has a strength of 13,
Okay, so he hits AC 5.
which is not quite enough. Okay. Rightio. Moving on. Abdar, what you doing?
I think I've finally been able to get my hand on an actual weapon now, haven't I?
Yep.
Okay, that would be a long sword. I don't have my Thaco in front of me. I don't have the chart, actually.
It's 20
Okay.
at level
20.
Yeah, 20.
It's 20. My strength's 15. I forget which adjustment applies.
No bonus.
1.
Ah,
It's
brutal.
16 that you get a
16,
bonus
which
to
is
damage.
+1 damage, yeah.
Yeah, 1 to damage, I think.
It's a
I
die
just
20
finished
roll.
looking it up.
So only if you've got, what do they want to call it? Proficient, specialization, sorry.
Are you spec'd in your weapon?
I
Can
didn't hear you,
anyone-
Steve. I'm sorry.
Are you spec'd in your weapon? Did you specialize in your longsword?
Longsword is what I had down, yes.
Okay, and you specialize in it.
That's the one I marked as specialization, yes.
Cool. Okay, so you get a +1 to hit and damage to it. Oh,
Okay,
and now you're using your armor class goes down by 1 as well.
Okay.
That's a good thing, right?
That is a good
Yeah.
thing in this game.
Lower armor class is better.
equals survival.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember
I think I heard somebody in the
minus
group
1
was
AC.
wearing banded mail, which is like AC 3 or 4.
That's
Yeah.
me, yeah.
Okay.
I
where
remember
you
we had
going?
level 1s who
Rick?
could hit -1 AC.
It's a die 20 roll.
Yes.
Jesus, my day.
What's your roll? A 1?
I'm sorry, I got an 8.
An 8. Okay, so that's a clean miss, but that's okay. Brynja.
Yep. Cool. This troll hit me. I hit him right on back.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, you're going to have to roll for me.
Okay.
Want me to roll
Um, Anybody can roll it. I'm using a battle axe. It's my spect weapon.
Okay.
So, I'm
you got
guessing
a
paladins
70.
get spect.
Unfortunately, you swung and missed.
Cool.
And Nissan, you are the last one charging up
Yep.
to attack who?
I'll charge up to attack the one that is on Brynjar.
Okay. Where you go, sir?
Yep. Woo!
So, unless you've got a couple of bonuses, that's AC 8.
No bonuses.
Okay, you try very valiantly to attack the creature. Your swing goes wild. Okay, we'll go to Abdar to roll the next initiative unless someone's casting spells.
Nah.
The next round. Okay, so 1d6 there. Rick beat a 1.
Please beat a 1. Please.
6, Rick.
4.
Ah, there you go. Okay, so first of all, you guys, you do movement and missile if anyone's doing missile. Don't forget missile right now, you do have melee going on. If you miss, you have the chance of hitting someone in your own team.
Just quickly, when you mentioned regeneration, the possibility they had regeneration before, would I know anything like more than that? Like about?
You know that basically they can regenerate. They do it with their other special ability that no one has had happen to them yet.
Okay.
Basically, they suck out your hit points, not unlike a vampire, but an electrical charge, and that regenerates them.
Do I know how they do that? Like, do they have to do something special? Like, what it would look like?
No, that much you're not sure about yet.
Okay. Well, I yell that to the people to watch out if they're
Yep.
trying to like latch onto you or some shit. They're
Yep.
dodges.
We're around a forested area, yes? Like,
No.
well, not forested, but we're on a tree line, right? Tree line in the hills
Probably
is what you
bush.
said last time?
It's probably bush, maybe.
Okay. Interesting.
The tree line stuff was where you stopped the first night.
Okay.
So, no missile, anybody moving?
I'm gonna try and, if I can, just slowly attempt to start moving around this thing so that it's sort of got me and Abdar on either side. So it's got to either split its attention or offer its back up to one of us.
They won't offer their back, maybe. They'll, as I said before, they move so that they can't. Unless you are wolf packing one, there's no way you're going to get that back.
How many total
showing quite
attackers are
smart.
there, Steve?
Sorry, Rick?
How many total attackers are there?
There are three.
3. Okay, and there's not a marshal or something up on a hill. We don't see any in the distance.
No. There's
Okay.
the two in front attacking you and Grog, and
Okay.
one in the back attacking Bryn.
Good.
Okay, if there's no missile fire, guys, I'm going to ask you to go. There's only melee left, so they don't do missile fire moves, so they're just waiting to have their next round of attacks. So you guys get to melee first. Whoever wants to go.
Hit AC 2.
Damage, please.
Oh, max 7.
And this is on Abdar's one.
This is on Abdar's one.
Thank you.
Raking the crap out of it with my hands.
Cool. No, that's all cool. Okay. And
Groog now as well. Oh,
Yep.
Groog rolls a 20.
Rightio. Give me a
Does
second.
Groog a spear or?
Roll to see what they do. Okay, no, he's Groog. He just gets max damage, whatever his weapon is.
About to say, what is his weapon?
Oh, sorry. His weapon is a scimitar, which is 8 plus his spec of 1, which makes a nice comfortable 9.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Striking a decent blow there, Groog. Seriously damaging it. Brynja, you throw a 7.
Yay.
Having much luck. You're getting lots of 7s, I think.
It's not a lucky number in this game.
No. Okay, Abdar,
Yes, longsword.
where you go, sir.
Stabby, stabby.
Jesus. A 1.
Okay, seriously damaging. 46, and you have to get under your dexterity.
Okay, 46. Let me clear the counter.
Yep.
Eleven, 14, 15. Now it's over my dexterity. My dexterity is 11.
Right, 11, okay, by 4. Okay, so what happens? Okay, boom, boom, boom. Rio, what happens is basically you have managed to lose your sword. It's 5 feet
That was the funniest episode.
in a. As soon as I can see it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In a southwesterly direction from you, which is away from the creature, but towards the one that's attacking Brynja. That's just 5 feet, slightly behind you and to your left. Just so you're
Next
aware.
round I gotta go to a short weapon then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That leaves us with the Sam.
Oh, yeah. So I'll just attack the one attacking Brynjar again.
Cool.
Nope.
Okay, you guys are doing really well. Magi, are you doing anything else, matey, or you just?
I'm observing, trying. I know exactly how well I hit my allies in ranged combat,
Okay.
and they're in melee, so I'm gonna sit back.
Okay. Radio. Okay. Next round. No, their attack. That's sad, isn't it? Okay. Groog. Oh my god. Okay, the creature. You know what? Holy crap. Okay, Groog kicks a break. Coupled with his mighty blow, the creature does a wild swing and manages to flip itself up onto its back. Okay? It rolled 2 criticals, and when I rolled to see what happened, it got a 2 and a 1. It's placed itself in the worst possible position. So, it's on its back, prone. Basically, Groog, I'm going to say it's fouled itself up so badly, Groog gets a free attack this round. Where you go, Groog?
And Groog rolls a 19.
+1 is 20, but that's okay, and just a roll of damage, please.
7 + 1 is 8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the creature sort of grabs hold of the sword. You see it slightly sparking, from its hand sparking and arcing up the sword. As it gets almost to the hilt where Groog's holding onto his sword, it just stops and it breathes its last. It shudders and then it just sits still, lies still. It dies. One moment, please. I've got to see the reaction of the other ones when they see this. Okay, the 2 other trolls start to back away. They do not turn and run, they back away.
Mm-hmm.
They do not attack, they just back off. And
Well, they look like they're retreating. You might as well leave them alone.
I'd
Well,
say,
No point taking more damage.
I'll order the group not to chase, but I will, with my, grab my staff in hand and make us look as, I'll look as threatening and defensible as possible. Like, if you come back, I will wallop you again.
Well, I just have a quick question, Steve. Our
Yep.
orders, are they to clear out any monsters or anything like that? And second of all, how close to town are we and how much of it? Because if we're close to town, these are threats to the populace of the town and therefore should be eliminated.
2 days away from the town that we're supposed to be looking into.
And about half a day away from the small village that you left. Your orders were to find out what happened to the town, offer aid and support. Your general orders are to offer aid to anyone who asks for it. If you get attacked, you have every right to defend yourself. That's pretty much the broadness of your...
Not clear every friggin' troll warren or anything like that.
Yep.
Unless it's been, if you can identify that this is the particular group, this is a group of trolls that has threatened the township, and this is what you got to do, yeah. But as such, at the moment, no.
Steve, did my attacker release me?
Yep.
He did, and just backed off.
Lucky day.
Yeah. So, Abdar.
I'll order Abdar to retrieve to his weapons and...
Yep. And the cool thing is, Magi, you can actually retrieve your dagger because it's in the one that's dead.
Yes! I retrieve my dagger and cut open its belly.
Oh,
You never know what
God.
swallow.
Back away.
Yeah,
You never know what these things swallow.
There's a lot of ichor in there. There is a slight tingling in your hand that travels up your arm.
And it stinks.
It does stink, yes. It's a very short. It's almost like a static discharge more than an electrical discharge, if you know what I mean.
I
It's
stab the
tingly,
body.
not painfully. Yep.
I stab the body again.
Okay. So guys,
Just to make sure it's dead and it's not draining my life.
right.
I believe you told us that in the description of what we knew.
Yeah, it does seem to be dead once you give it another stab. It's not
Excellent.
reacting in any way, shape, or form. You seem to be alive. You
And
don't
there's
seem to be
nothing in its
damaged.
there's nothing in its belly that's worth taking.
Unless you want troll guts, no. Nothing that's obvious.
Can troll guts be used in alchemical formulations?
Probably.
If you think you're carrying that around with us and attracting every wild creature in the friggin' like countryside, you can stand 60 meters downwind of the party.
Right. Would Maggie have any vials or anything? Because you could probably collect some ichor or blood.
I have water skins, and I probably could empty one of those.
Okay, if you wish, you can go about doing that if that's your desire.
I believe that I could probably bottle the smell inside of the water skin.
Yep.
And I will definitely mark it to tell me which one has got the ichor in.
Cool.
The one that's covered in blood? There's no
I'm a much tidier Aladdin than that.
Right.
I was about to say, I don't think that we're waiting around that long.
It's not
Well,
that
you're not
that
waiting
long.
2 minutes.
As soon as the other ones are out of sight, we are gapping it.
Rightio. The other ones move up. They retreat more slower the further they get away. They sort of they do notice that you do have bows, so they're not stupid enough to sort of roll you up or anything. And pretty soon they disappear in the brush as they get higher. By that time, Meiji has got some ichor or blood or whatever it is he's wanting to load into the emptied water skin. You guys, you've had a look at the body. There's not an awful lot on body. Animal fur basically is what covers it. Nothing of monetary value as far as you can tell. But you will have all actually gained. And I've got to put that on the thing. These things are worth some XP. So,
Yay! Now where is my XP?
I've got a track of them here, matey. So far, that means everyone has 2 XP. Woot. These things are worth 6 XP each. So you managed to kill one, and I'll tell you the rest up later. Yeah, I think you're going to end up with small fractional numbers of XP because I've downsized XP so much. So once you recover, you have 2 wounded individuals. A short rest is available if you want to tinkle to order a short rest to let them recover. Everyone can take a short rest.
We're a mile away from the battle site, so that I know that we're not being followed by the other 2.
Yep, or you can. Yep, it's up to you. Yep, so you move on. You can break because this happened just around your break for lunch sort of time. So, are you doing a short rest?
So we'll short rest it later. Once we're about a mile or so further down.
Okay. So the 2 that are damaged. Yep. The 2 that are damaged. I mean, if you short rest, you're going to have to spend time with everyone has to short rest at different times. But at the moment, these 2 are taking their short rest at the same time. So a short rest involves a half an hour break from everything. They don't do anything except for just lick their wounds, and that's about it. So they recover. Their level, which at the moment is 1, plus any constitution bonus.
Whilst they do that, I guess I'm going to dip my blades, my dagger blades, in the troll blood.
Okay. Cool.
Who got critted so that they couldn't recover as much?
Brynjar. He can't even get. He can only be healed magically, or his natural healing is stuck at short rest healing overnight. Until he gets another chance to save to
if I cure light wounds him, does that get rid of that limitation? Yep. Okay, I'll cast cure light wounds on him then, on Brynjar.
Okay. There we go. Damage, healing. How much healing do you do, matey?
Wrong button. 6.
Okay, Brynjar, you got 6 back.
Cool.
Plus for the short rest, 1 plus any con bonus. Abdar, 1 plus any con bonus.
Was
Steve,
Groog
is it-
wounded? Groog was wounded as well, so.
May Octopus bless you.
How wounded was Groob? Is he pretty banged up?
4 points down. I'm just saying Groog was wounded, so Groog will
Groog,
probably
yeah.
take his short rest
Well,
as well.
he could take his short rest, and he has a con of 11, so he gets a hit point back.
Well, there we go. Now he's only taken 3.
Cool.
Con bonus is the adjustment on my player sheet.
Sorry, Rick, I didn't hear that.
The bonus for Constitution is, I've got it listed as adjustment.
Yep.
So
That's correct,
Is
okay.
that-
what's your constitution?
Yeah. What's your con?
10.
No,
So
then-
no, 0. Your adjustment might be due to age or race or something.
That's correct. That's why it's
Yeah.
highlighted. Okay, so I only gain 1 hit point back then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Not bad.
Okay.
Have an age.
By what?
Alrighty, gentlemen. But tonight, when you sleep and rest, what I'm thinking, you roll your hit dice, and then whatever you roll is what you end up healing overnight.
That was
Right?
pretty
As
good.
long as you don't have interrupted rest.
So
you
what
know.
I'm going to do for the frontliners is I'm going to move Groog and Abdar out,
Mhm.
and I'm going to move Ninsun and myself to the front.
Cool.
And we will have Groog in the back rank and Abdar in the middle, where he's slightly more protected, because I think Abdar was the most wounded.
Okay. Well, he's not. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Oh, Brynjar, are you fully up, or are you fucked?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Abdar's on the right side, matey. Just so you know, he's on the right
I
side.
might,
Wait,
yeah, I
what?
might
I thought I
move
was
also
on the right
elsewhere.
side in the second rank. I thought I was on the side to the road.
No, I'm on the left and you're on the right. Or at least I was, now I'm in the front rank. I actually will swap Ninsun with Brynjar to the front.
I'm
Okay.
lost.
So the only person that's there where
completely
they
lost
are
where
is
any of us are.
Magi, which is cool.
Pardon?
Don't worry, I'm keeping this on paper so I can...
Yeah, I've got a copy here too. It reads
So,
TBMANG. Is that what you got, Andy?
B-M-A.
Yep.
Yep.
I thought it was
TBMA.
A-M.
Sorry, it should be TB.
Yep.
AM.
Oh, AM. Okay.
Ah,
That's what I
okay.
thought. Otherwise, I would have been face dove by the trolls.
And then back rank should be GN.
Oh, okay. Reverse it. Okay.
Fortunately, I have.
Okay, rightio. So you, after your break for lunch, you continue to move. Hang on, if I can stop that for the moment, and give you a slightly different picture.
Steve,
So-
while we're on the march, is Abdar able to ask if anybody has ever seen or encountered that thing before?
The blue troll.
Yes. What just attacked us?
Of course you can.
I have not seen one at all.
I guess I've just heard them in the pub. Heard them in
However-
a few drinks and.
I'm glad that it bleeds.
Hmm.
I've seen them in the plains from far away. They don't
Which is-
come near they don't tend to come near us.
All right. So pretty much this is the scene you sort of see as you're making your way through the valley floor. There is it's not as wide as that river is depicted. It's mostly dried up. There's a small stream/river following that course to the left. You guys, it's pretty rocky in the middle. And you can see that the hills do climb, but then they go sharply up on your left, on the south. On the right, it's a little bit more of a gentle rise, which is far to the north.
I play my
that
lute to
makes
the tune of "The Hills Are Alive" with the sound of music.
Yep, all monsters trying to attack us. Okay. So guys, you carry on forth for the rest of the day. You don't encounter anything. The temperature starts to climb because you're finding that there's less vegetation around, more rock, less dirt. It is turning into a rocky sort of terrain, and you sort of, by the end of the afternoon, the temperatures climbed up to around about 28, 29. Yep, and there doesn't appear to be really. I mean, this is just a part of the passageway. You're out on the plains part when the night sort of finishes. You're sort of stuck out there in the middle of nowhere.
About
Probably,
right. About
probably
right.
right. Yeah. So it's warm. It's pleasantly warm. It's not super hot, but pleasantly warm. But getting there.
It's a dry heat, isn't it? It's not.
Pretty much. Yep. You do see some vultures off in the distance, but very far off in the distance, on the southern and near the southern side of the mountain range. There's not a hell of a lot more that you can see there.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
stop about an hour or so before sunset.
Okay.
I
So,
will.
yep, on this they would put you around about here.
Yeah.
About that spot.
I know it's very unlikely that we will find anything, but I will send out myself, Brynja, and Grug
Mm-hmm.
to see if we can't forage anything up. Track it and
Okay.
forage it. The location I'll pick for the camp will be hopefully some kind of rocky outcropping whereby we can shield a fire.
Okay, not really much of a rocky outcropping anywhere. You could pile some rock up if you wish.
And then I'll pile some up so that we can at least hide the fireplace.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. Hang on.
And like I say, I'll leave the other three to set up camp, start a fire, and things like that. While me, Grug, and hopefully Brynja go find and splat something.
Okay, so I need you guys just to do a D20 roll each. So I'll do Brynja. Thank you. And no, Brynja returns with a little bit, apart from a little bit of kindling. That's about his biggest effort.
17.
Okay, you'll find enough food for, what's your intelligence?
Let's say, what was Tingle? Intelligence, hang on. Quill. Oh god, phone, stop pushing buttons that I don't want you to. Well, there we are. Finally. Okay. Intelligence 12.
Okay, so enough food basically for four of you.
Okay, and Grug.
Yep.
Grug rolls the same as me. 17.
Same as.
Me, 17. But I don't know what his intelligence is.
Yep, gonna have a look. Okay, he's got a penalty on his. -1. That's a 16. Okay, he returns with about 3 more lots of food.
Okay.
You come with some. He comes back with some very thin-looking hares. You've got a couple of birds and a snake.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Cannibalistic as it looks.
Yeah.
Very, very juicy.
Right. So you guys do a hot camp to cook the food. I take it.
Yep, we do indeed.
Okay. After that, are you going back to? No, not yet. Rick.
No, right.
Going back to the keeping embers in a pot, cooking pot after you're finished.
Yep, just so that we can try and be ready to.
Okay. So your new order of business for night watchers is what?
Okay, so we are going to run. I'll let the wounded sleep through the night, and then I'll separate the 3 watchers out into just one-man watchers.
Mm-hmm.
Brynja, does your race possess any kind of dark sight?
Me? No.
Yeah. No? Okay. So it's Ninshan. No, Magi is fine, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So it's me, Brynjar, and Ninsun that are up. So Magi is going to take the middle watch. I'm going to take the like the dawn watch, I should say, and Brynjar the dusk watch. So it's Brynjar, Magi, me.
Okay.
I can do any watching as well if needed.
Oh, about to say, yeah. Sorry, we've got only 2 wounded, don't we? Not 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At which point Ninsun go with Magi.
Okay.
Cool. Before going to bed, I'd just like to politely ask the party if it's okay if I just walk around and give like the campsite a blessing, so that the god of the sun can still be around us even when we're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. So I'd like to cast Hello on the campsite.
Okay.
Keep your blessings away from me, human. I don't need
I
gods
politely
interfering with
tell
my
you
magic.
Either way, once I've sort of stated my orders, and I don't really care about what everybody else goes about doing as long as they're followed. I'm going to slink off to a corner and whip out my prayer beads and sit there in meditation for a good while.
So, just so you know, gentlemen, it is the if you've got the calendar open, it's the 3rd month, which is Kazaran. It's the 14th day. So, holy day is on the 10th day and the 25th day. So, you're on day 14. You travelled yesterday, and so you set out on the 12th. You're on day 14 now. You have 2 moons in the sky. One is Atar, I believe it is, and the other one is Quan. Atar is known as the Quan is the handmaiden. I haven't quite got a name for Atar yet. Atar is similar to our moon. It rotates on a 28-day cycle, whereas Quan rotates on a 48-day cycle. So, with that, Quan is going through. No, sorry. Quan is travelling from a new moon into its first quarter. Atar is approaching its first quarter. So I'll tell you the nights and days when those actually hit, so you can record them if you want to. It's up to you. I've got my own shorthand, but if you want to put that in. So this is also. Hang on, no, I got yeah. Got that right. That's what you are. And you're in the mid-month of spring. So these are spring temperatures we're talking about, gentlemen, out here. Okay? Just so you're aware of some of that info. I'll be keeping my own. Yeah, if you want to print off the calendar, you're more than welcome to. So that night, it is a fairly dark night because both moons are approaching the first quarter. And I'll just see if there is anything about in the dark.
Good thing I have the ability to see heat patterns.
Yep. Fortunately enough for you guys, the only thing that might disturb this evening is if someone had any flatulence from the stew that they had.
I was about to say, is the half giant's gas? Yep.
So apart from that, gentlemen, the night went through with little problem. So Abdar, if you roll a 1d10, please, that's how much you heal up to your normal hit points.
And Groog? Do you want
Same
me
with
to roll?
Rogue.
Groog regains 7.
Right.
5.
Okay, you got 5 back. I think that puts you on full, doesn't it?
On full, yes.
Yep, so you guys are all on full. So, you set off the next day. The heat again starts to slowly climb. By midday, it's around about the 28-29 mark. It is very dry, and you are moving. You're sort of at this midway point here. The township or village that you're going to is just over here. So you sort of will move through that today, passing through some more rock that does start that curve, so to speak, in the canyon sort of does get very rocky, and it starts to turn back into a little bit of scrub, although it's a lot more sparse. The land becomes a lot more forgiving, a lot smoother, and you notice that there is a fine grit on the sand more as you're heading in towards or out towards the mouth that opens to the desert beyond. By the early part of the afternoon, you can make out on the southern bank, up the hills a bit, the actual settlement of what do I call it, Niska.
Niska.
Niska. So I would just change maps. Second. And that's what you see. Okay.
Is it that deserted?
Although again, the river here is
It's like a
not
creek,
such a
not
wide creek. It's more of a creek. It's about a third that size.
a creek. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the settlement of Niska.
So is there any obvious signs of life? Smoke?
A very sluggish, very shallow creek at the moment, Abdar. Poking a stick in it would be at its greatest depth about 1.5 feet. There does seem to be very little sign of life. There's no lights, and you'd expect some sort of lights at this time of day. There's no movement as such. There's no smoke. There's really nothing that would indicate that there is anything here.
Okay. Who are heavily armed?
There are birds about, yes, Margie, there are birds about. There is a couple of vultures.
So I think we've got somebody's wearing scale and somebody's wearing banded, aren't they?
I'm wearing a ring.
I have banded a shield, and I'm spec'd to be plus AC with my hammer.
No, that's fine. Brynjar, who's got missile weapons?
Yo.
I pick up a rock.
And by missile weapons, I mean
He has
something that you can
daggers,
throw
and
from...
Abdar has a bow, doesn't he?
Yeah, short bow.
Okay,
I
right.
have
Well,
daggers in a sling.
Sorry, I'll just check on Groog for you. Groog is spec'd in scimitar and spec'd in short bow.
Okay, so does he have a short bow?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to position,
Hang on.
hopefully, the group as we approach behind either a small hillock or a small rock outcropping where they may not be seen.
He doesn't have a short bow, sorry. Hasn't bought one.
Oh, he hasn't bought one? Oh, then
No,
me and...
but remember I said that he has a spear and a daggery thing that the army would have provided him with.
Okay, well then what we will do is we will, hopefully, as we approach the town, we'll start slinking in between rocky outcroppings. Particularly until we can actually see signs of life in the location.
Okay.
Once we get within sort of
Yes, you do.
100 yards, 200 yards of
Yeah.
the village, I'm going to leave the group there, and I would say myself and I hate to pick on you, Maggie, are going to try and slink up to the wall as silently as possible.
I'm about as subtle as a farting hippopotamus.
Excellent. That 1 foot thing, was that for the depth of the creek, were you saying?
I believe so, that's what you said.
Yeah, about a foot, 1.5 feet deep, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
there's
it's not
talk
that
of walls, and I didn't know which one you were referring to there. The walls themselves stand around about, well, as you can see, they vary in height, but at the lowest they're about 5 feet, at the highest they're about 7 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
And the entranceway is, you basically cross the river and actually coming around that side. This is all like up around there, and that sort of stuff is all walled. The walls up here are a lot higher. It climbs up to around about 12, 14 feet. No dogs, no children, no women, no people. There's, some vultures here, in the back here, and on this dome here.
Right. So like I say,
Common sense or common understanding of structure. This would be a religious building.
Are we upwinds or downwinds?
At the moment, you're downwind.
This
This
is now?
over here, no, not really. Oh, hang on. The Ossian would be able to do something with that if he wants to
I was
try.
about to say, and the other one is that I'd be able to taste it on the wind.
Well, perhaps. This building over here is probably a mausoleum of some sort. This building over here would be like a communal hall or a granary or something of that nature.
Okay.
Okay, so they usually have their religious buildings are usually built by water. Mausoleums are built away from water, and so that would technically leave this one and this one here. I mean, this could be a second silo. Yeah. And then you've got these little buildings which would be just habitation buildings.
Yep. Yeah. So, like I say, we're going to leave the heavier folk with Mr. Weapons, hopefully near the wall, and it'll be Brynja.
Did you want to station people on these sort of high spots? They're
Well,
away from the wall, but they can see over.
Well,
from
they
the
can, and they can hide behind it, obviously.
How high was the wall?
About
It varies, 5 to about 7 feet along the front, up the back here, up to about 14 feet.
Well, yeah. So actually, as a group, we'll sneak up to those sort of areas. We'll, as we approach the creek, I'm going to sort of take a quick sniff / sort of taste.
Yep, no, that's cool. For the Ossian, hang on, I've got his stats here. I'll roll. You want him to try to use his sniffing, tracking to see if he
Like
can
I say,
discern
and I'm going to try and, like I say, see if there's any tastes on the that might be offensive.
Alright, here we go.
I'm interested to know if there's a smell of iron or decay.
Okay, so the Ossian sort of is in front of you guys, so he can try to discern stuff. He makes several attempts. He can't tell from this distance and this wind whether there is anything untoward.
Okay, so we're going to, like I say, as we get close to the creek, we'll obviously be moving slowly, or as slowly as, I should say, quietly as a group with a person in scale and bandit as we can. And as we approach the creek, like I say, I'll be like sort of giving the creek a sniff and make sure that doesn't smell poisonous.
I better roll my move silently roll.
Well, everyone can try their move silently if they want to, but
yeah,
at the moment, not that necessary. I mean, there'll be parts where you are visible because there's nowhere you can hide in some parts. The creek itself does not taste of any poison as such. It actually just is. If anything, it is slightly salty.
Yep. Okay.
But it is flowing free. It seems to be potable. All that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. At which point, like I say, we'll cross the creek and then we'll hide most people behind the various rocks that are outside. I'm going to attempt to sneak up to the wall and.
Yes, I better follow.
Sort of.
Okay, so I'll just need your guys' percentages and I'll roll the dice.
Sure.
Right.
Don't we all?
Not you, Abdar. You're staying with the group because you've got a short bow, so you can give us covering fire.
I got a 20, which is
you don't roll. You don't roll.
I know.
Something
Yes.
that
Steve rolls.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
we don't know if you're
we don't know if we're successful or not. We've just got to pray that way. Mine is a 31.
Okay. Rightio, the rest of the group see you two lead off, and sorry, I've got to find my mouse. Yeah. So you sort of get from here, this area. Are you sort of moving in this sort of general direction over around here?
I wanted to sort of get up against the wall sort of first, so that I could have a quick peer over and see what's inside. Rightio,
you quickly peer over, and you're a little bit dismayed. You can see some livestock, which seems to just be rendered apart.
Okay.
There's some. They look like they've already been picked clean by vultures. There's the odd vulture hopping around, seeing what's there. And I just need you to make a 4d6 roll, please.
Okay, 46. Sure thing.
1 and 1, 6 and 6. So that would be, sadly, a 14.
Mm-hmm.
5, 9,
What am I rolling
14,
against?
11, 12, 13, 14. 16.
Intelligence.
Over by 2.
Okay.
Over by 1.
Over by 1.
I think. Hang on. 4,
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, over by 1.
Just by 1. Okay. Right. Well, you both see pretty much the same thing, although perhaps Magi gets to see a little bit more detail. The thing that Magi, I guess, would take from it is that the creatures' bodies that are rendered, although parts are scattered, they seem to be piled in the sort of the square that's behind this area here.
How ritualistic.
A
I
little
say
bit.
with a morbid curiosity.
Or plague
Yeah.
animal or hoarded. Yeah.
Not sure, but it just seems to be
What does it
that
smell
they do
like?
concentrate. Not much of a smell. The vultures really haven't left an awful lot to smell.
Okay, so I will signal the rest of the group to, slink up to the wall while we start slinking around to where
I
the
will-
greenery is.
And I will use my powers of infravision thing to determine differences in heat signatures to see if, some bastards are hiding behind a wall that we're not seeing.
No, you can't see through walls.
Well,
Oh,
it
like-
depends. If it was paper, you would be able to see through it.
Yeah, but at the moment it's not quite dark enough anyway for that to
Hole
happen.
itself.
But
Okay.
good idea though to hold on to when it is dark enough and you've got the chance to try something like that. Okay, Rodeo, so where the mouse is now is basically where Tinkle and Magi will be. The rest of the group are, I'm assuming, along here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so having a look around the corner, the two of you, you can
I also
see.
want to keep my ears
I will
open.
crouch
Yeah,
as I
maybe
look around the
inside
corner.
The granary's still feasting.
Right. You both see a wall that is 12 feet and it connects this building with another small high building on the other side of it that you can't see here. And inside that wall is an arched two-piece doorway, half each, that stands around about 9 feet tall and around about 6 feet wide. So 3 feet each door, and around about 9 feet in total height with a slight arch to it, a pointy arch to it. Sort of reminiscent of this sort of design here. Oh, sorry.
Well, are we going to have a look?
Yeah. Sorry, I've got two pictures and I'm pointing at the wrong one. Okay.
So
The door itself does not seem to be open.
Yeah, but it's not damaged in any way as well.
It doesn't appear to be from your side, but then it does look closed, so it could very well be locked from the other side. Abdar has a look over the wall. He can see the pile of animals and the bits that are ripped away from body parts scattered around the place. There does seem to be signs of activity, like a drop pot here, a broken vase over there, that sort of thing, but he cannot see any humans. He sees animals and he sees the odd bits and pieces, but he cannot see any humans. So, okay, so going back to the two by the corner there, what are you guys going to do?
How smooth is the wall of this building?
It's like mud render, sort of, that sort of.
Okay, so
Climbable in any way?
I was about to say, with a boost from Magi, I could possibly climb it.
Probably you could climb it. Yeah, it
You
would.
could probably boost me easier than I could boost you.
I've
not
got a
a
strength
strong
of
man.
7.
Oh, holy shit. You're weaker than I am. Right.
Oh
I guess
yeah,
we'll-
I forgot. I'm actually quite a heavy lizard, aren't I?
Yes.
Right. So yeah, I'll just attempt to climb said wall.
Are you talking about this one over here,
Yeah,
or
that
are you
wall there.
talking more of
No,
these walls?
that one on top of the granary. I want to get the high point.
Okay, radio. Okay, climbing up the wall. Let's have a look what happens. Are you following him, Meiji, or
I'm going to stay down and
okay
be
until he
prepared to
gets
climb if something's coming around the corner.
Climb percentage is 85%.
radio? Okay, with the 0-1, the lizard almost like walks up the side of the wall, and you position yourself basically at the top here. What is there is it's a small lip that you can stand on, walk around the central dome. As you can see, there is a doorway.
I was about to say, if
that
there
is
is a
open.
doorway or something like that, I want to have a quick stop and listen to anything that may be inside, having a munch.
Okay, you have a look down there, and you don't have great sight, do you?
No, but I can stick my tongue out and taste anything on the air.
Yeah. There is something on the ground. It is dark. You've got some light. Hard to tell whether it's like big sacks or something else, but there is something on the ground.
Okay.
Would you like me to have a look?
Well, if you're behind me.
I'm not, I'm down on the ground, but you could always say,
well then,
hey, I can't see that.
I expected you to follow me. So,
I was
He's waiting for your order, maybe.
I will, using one clawed hand, give him the old, symbol for come hither.
Alright.
Okay.
I prepare my bed sheets and
If
get
need.
dressed into my sexiest outfit.
Yep. Okay. So your chances over 80-something%.
85.
85. Okay. You climb the wall with great ease, not an issue. So you're up there. You gingerly just peek around the doorway opening. Your sight doesn't give you much more than what the lizard has sort of described to you, but you do have a slightly better defined vision, so you can say that these shapes on the ground are not sacks. They're meaty sacks.
Are they
meaty.
mobile?
No, they are very, very still.
Corpses. Undead, probably.
They don't seem to be moving.
Okay.
Hiding undead.
I will attempt to sort of wave at the group that they should come around and come through the door. Meanwhile, me and Magi will, from the top, will sort of take survey of hopefully any massive sort of tracks or anything like that we can see.
Sure.
And once the group come around and sort of get into the thing, we'll start directing everyone towards probably the where the temple would be, because that would be where I'm assuming any survivors would hole up.
Over here.
Yep.
So you and Magi are here.
Yep.
And you're directing the group sort of from this side here.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to think I'm a little less out of view, probably by the window.
Okay.
By the little black square there.
The other 4 people go around the corner and just sort of disappear in this corner. You get to the gate as such. You try to open it, and there's then that the 4 of you find out that yes, it is definitely locked.
I have these tools. If any of you have ever bothered to.
How high is the wall?
At this stage, it's around about 12-13 feet tall.
How large is this window-like thing?
12 feet. Cool.
Are
Which
you
one of
talking about this, Jesse? This thing here?
The thing we looked in, yeah.
Doorway. That's a doorway.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does it lead to a, Wait, if it's a doorway, does that mean that this place is multi-floored?
Yeah.
And that there's a balcony of sorts around the top?
There is a stairway that you go here, it's a landing, and a stairway that winds itself sort of roughly on the inside of the wall that way. Yeah. Sorry, Lincoln?
I'll boost somebody over the wall. so they can open the gate for us.
Okay, who's going over?
Whichever
I'm
one's
pretty
the
heavy.
slightest.
I walk down and unlock the door.
I don't think. Okay, Abdar.
Say Abdar would be the lightest out of that lot.
Cool. Okay, you boost him up over the wall, Abdar. I just need you to make a. You got a pretty good strength, don't you, Lincoln?
15.
Okay, Abdar. I just need you to make a dex roll,
And-
please.
I'm 7 foot tall, so he should be able to easily grab the lip.
Yep. Well, you're just going to try to propel him overwards. I just need him to make a dexterity save. So 46.
Okay, 46.
Crash.
Stand
You can
15.
walk around the entirety of this building's lip, right? And the
can-
building's directly beside the locked gate.
Yep.
Pretty
Steve,
much.
I got a 14 against dexterity 11.
But we walked out of your vision.
Okay, well, what
Aye.
happens is you miss the advantage of being able to land on your feet. You land on your butt, and you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Hearing this
Mm.
crash, I'll run around the side and look down at them.
Yeah, and you see Abdar sitting sort of in the dust. The others, the three, are
I
waiting.
focus my attention more on what's happening in town and if anything heard it.
I grin and I'm like, would you guys like? I'll have a look at the locked gate on my side, like the inside. Does it look like there's a latch or anything I could just move to unlock it?
That's the interesting thing. It's actually going to be a little bit more involved. It's latched, and for some reason, it's also got a what looks like an iron bar.
You guys are just gonna have to climb over.
that's sort of put in such a way that you can't actually remove the latch. You have to remove the twisted iron bar that's holding the latch down. So, Abdar,
Yes.
what do you want to do?
I'm at the bar now.
Yep.
The most immediate thing is if I can pry it or heave it. Is it simply just way too big to do that?
It's not way
You
too
guys just
big.
climb
It
over.
actually seems to be embedded through the latch, as if it's been put there after the latch was closed.
So someone has forced the door shut and wants it to stay shut. Right.
I would report that back to Tenquil right away.
Right, yeah.
My problem is I'm not very smart.
Would you like to report that to me to report to Tinkle
We
so we're
got
not
told
yelling?
to go through the door.
Well,
Right.
That's the reason why I didn't just climb the building or jump over the short wall.
okay.
Imagine
well,
just stands there with his head, face in his palm, and he's just like,
So the door's
why did I
locked.
get put on this?
So the door's locked and not openable? Cool. I walk around and jump over the short wall.
No, you just step over it.
You almost can do that, but basically that's not an issue. You come in from basically this side here. I don't know. The monkey guy will probably do the same thing. I don't know about.
Yeah, I'm following along.
Yeah, Ninsen will have a little bit more of a difficulty given that he's got a hell of a lot more weight to carry and bring him over. But after a bit of a struggle and a bit of a comedic sort of act, he does eventually get onto the other side of the wall.
Right. So I'll start pointing the crew in the direction of the temple, and at that point
Okay.
I will slip down from the wall to the inside to rejoin the group, and
Okay.
I will make comment that there are, piled up bodies in the granary.
Rightio. So, a
Bodies,
couple
or
of
are
things,
they
guys.
still alive?
I'm gonna stay on the top of the building to have a quick check around.
Okay. This is what happens, guys. When you get down onto the ground, Tinkwell, you'll be pretty much standing in front of the doors. I'll just make a quick roll to make sure you don't fall to your death.
Couldn't you just climb
You
walls
don't,
down?
you get down with no issue. The other three sort of walk over to you, just sort of spreading out a tiny bit, looking. So you sort of, the three gentlemen are sort of spread out this way. You sort of down at the bottom, Madge at the top, and in around the back, sort of roughly about this point on the ground, is sort of Abdar. It's about then. Maggie, I need you to make a 4d6 roll for me, please.
Sure thing.
Treat your intelligence as too high than it is.
Alright. Hang on, just loading in the last.
Yeah. So this is number you're trying to get is under your total intelligence number.
So I've got. Does equal count? Because I got a 17.
Yep,
You said
that's
it's too
fine.
high. Yep. I got a 7.
Okay,
That's
Maggie,
higher.
you see movement, and as you guys all sort of, Maggie sort of starts pointing and sort of making the bird noise, as in watch the hell out for whatever. Sort of follow his point, and you can see roughly here. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, where?
Here, walking towards you, is a figure that stands about 6 foot tall, completely covered in bandages, that is slowly moving towards you.
I'm gonna go prone automatically, so I'm less of a target on the roof.
And that's where we'll leave it, gentlemen.
Okay. Fantastic.
Don't forget I'm prone. That can save my life.
I
As
will just
before.
ask both the paladin and the priest to give me a straight D20 roll in wisdom or lower, please. Oh, so I'll do. What's yours, Lincoln? What's your wisdom? Oh, don't worry, you got a 3.
I got a 4.
And you got a 4. Okay, yes, this is Nishka, sorry, and spelled it correctly. Both Brynja and Nissan, sorry, will sort of mutter some sort of holy utterance to their gods and end it with such and such. Bloody hell, it's a mummy. And
Cool.
that's
Interesting. I read about them in one of my books.
yeah. I'll just stop the